representatives from the parents or the barangay. So when we conduct school MEA, this is our suggested design po. So of course you have the opening of your MEA. So you're going to state there the objectives or the activity flow. Then this will be led, of course, by our school head. The presentation by grade level or subject area. So in here, each grade level will present their findings on KPIs and other data from the Consolidated Teachers M&E report and school and community data gathering template. So kada teacher po, if you're going to have it like so, will be reporting kung ano ba yung mga nakita niyang ano ba yung M&E report niya with regard the certain KPI for that particular quarter. Then sino po yung mga persons in charge dito? It would be the grade level coordinator, the subject area head, so sila po yung persons in charge to this. And of course, it will be followed by the discussion of presentations. The discussion leader will pose questions for clarity if that should be the case. In here, the persons in charge will be the school head, the assistant principal, or the master teacher, or the department head. So next to that would be the synthesis of the discussion. So ito pong synthesizer would give the summary of the main points made. This can be the department head or the master teacher. So nasa sa inyo na po kung mag-identify kayo kung sino po yung magiging synthesizer natin dun sa discussion. Okay? And then this, of course, will be assigned by our school heads. Now, for the agreements naman po, the school head will discuss the issues listed and leads the group in coming up with agreements on program adjustments and technical assistance needs. So this will be taken charge by, of course, our school head. So ito po yung ating suggested flow for our MEA, for our school MEA. So, ayan, yung ating grade level, department head, the school M&E, and then, of course, our adjustment. So, for our MEA design po, meron po tayong 30 minutes presentation or less dun sa kada grade level head or kada subject area. You're only given 30 minutes presentation, or probably you can have it less. Kung wala naman pong ganong mga issues or concerns, then you can have it on a less time. And then you have to assign a timekeeper. And then process observers. So process observers po natin could be our master teachers, coordinators. Ito po sila mga identified personnel natin na pwedeng maging process observer. And then, of course, your SBM coordinator should also be a process observer. And then the SMEA team should be present always. Then, after the presentation would be the giving of the technical assistance. Now, you give only technical assistance when there is a need that is identified. So that's the time that you're able to give your technical assistance. So for the school monitoring and evaluation, ayan, ito po. So, and then of course for the adjustment. Pag sa adjustment naman po, kasi di ba na-identify na natin kung ano yung mga na-accomplish na school, na-evaluate na din po natin, nakitaan na po natin kung ano yung mga lessons learned, ano yung mga high points and low points po natin doon. Then we look at the adjustment. So all of the gaps in the plan identified by the process observers, including their recommendations, will be revisited. Relative to the preceding, all appropriate adjustments will be conducted to the SOP. So meron po tayo kanina po, nabanggit po na-discuss po sa atin ni Sir Binag, yung ating school operational plan. So dun po natin ilalagay yung ating mga adjustments, should we have any. Now, all schools are required to submit a copy of their adjusted school operation plan to the PSTS quarterly in preparation for the next quarter SMEA. And then PSTSS, of course, shall submit a copy of the quarterly adjusted plan to the school's division superintendent through the SGOD in preparation for the next DISMEA naman. So from this, of course, from ISMEA, we have the DISMEA, and then lahat po ng mga reports in the DISMEA will also be captured when we do our DIMEA here in the division office. Now, what are the sources of the school operational plan? So you can have the gaps for the previous quarter, yung ating pong compendium, yung the one that includes all the job descriptions, yun po. Our school improvement plan, yung ating SIP, the annual implementation plan, the AIP, the WFP of the school, all the gaps and recommendations identified by the process observer. So yung process observer po natin talagang they have to be well equipped or well informed po sila dun sa mga processes natin sa school, so that they can be able to give recommendations and identify the gaps. Then we also have our strategic objectives. Ito po, this has been issued, a memorandum to this effect has already been issued, so we can refer to it when we do our SOP. Our organizational outcome, the one that was presented kahapon po. And then of course, our DEDP, the Division Education Development Plan, and your basic education learning continuity plan in the school that you are implementing since nagkaroon po tayo ng pandemic. Ayan. So ito po yung napakita na po ito kanina ni Sir Binag, yung ating SOP. So you begin with identifying your PIA, the school improvement project title, the output, and po. So you just have to fill in all the necessary information per column po, per item. Now, kung halimbawa wala naman po talaga kayong maisulat, then you just write NA for that particular cell or row or column. Ayan. Now, what are the expected outputs when we do adjustment po? So the expected outputs for this would be our SOP per learning area or per grade level, program or project. Then the quarterly school operation plan of the school head. Ito po yung ating mga necessary or the plans or the outputs that we expect when we do adjustments. Okay. So pagdating naman po sa DISMEA, ito na po yung nangyayari sa district naman po. Ito na discuss na po. Let's just have a recap of this. So of course in here the lead would be our public schools district supervisor, to be assisted by the district M&E team and then the school heads of the district. So you have the principal, yung ating district M&E team could be comprised of the principal or the school head of a school with SBM level 3 practice. Dalawa po sila. You have one master teacher, the SBM coordinator, or the M&E focal person proficient in ICT. So what are the roles? Ito, daanan lang po ulit natin. What are the duties and functions of the PSTS and the district MEA team? They ensure the quality implementation of technical assistance to schools, monitor the implementation of the MEA in schools, gather and consolidate the quarterly M&E report. So they are going to gather, consolidate. So hindi lang po natin i-compile yung mga M&E reports, but they have to consolidate and give meaning to all the reports that are given or that are presented from ISMEA. Prepare quarterly M&E reports based on the consolidated ISMEA team's report. You provide the school's copy of the report and facilitate the AIP review and adjustments in the school. So medyo mabigat po, but of course, this is going to be a collaborative effort of the PSTS and the district MEA team. So you submit the district M&E report to the division MEA team, and then you also have to, of course, interact with us here in the division office and the school heads under the district concern. So ito naman po nangyayari ito. We have this dynamics in the district as well as in the schools. Ito po nangyayari na po ito talaga. Ngayon lang talaga na year, since we're going to institutionalize the conduct of ISMEA and DISMEA, ngayon lang po na year talaga, we're going to identify, parang pinangalanan lang natin yung mga ginagawa talaga natin. I believe that some of the schools have already been implementing ISMEA. Ngayon lang po, we're going to standardize your implementation, and we're really going to ensure the quality implementation of that ISMEA in your school. And of course, receive all your reports here in the division office. So the district monitoring team during the conduct of the this MEA, similarly to the conduct of MEA, it's given 30 minutes or less as a time allotment. Then you have the timekeeper, the member of the district MEA team. You have the process observers being the principal, the DMEA team, which comprises the SDO chiefs, budget officer, the accountant for that matter, EPSS po ba, or the DMEA focal person. So depende na lang po yan. And then you have the overall lead or the process owner being the PSDS. Now, if the PSDS will assign other presenters during the DISMEA, okay lang po yun. The PSDS has the discretion to identify a district or cluster learning area coordinator or consultant to do presentations during the DISMEA. Should there be a need that would arise, especially kung halimbawa pong indisposed yung ating PSDS, during that time, pwede pong mag-assign siya ng ibang presenter. But of course, we encourage talaga yung ating process owner or the lead to be the one presenting during the conduct of the MEA, the conduct of ISMEA, and as well as DISMEA. For ISMEA po, it would be our school head, and in the DISMEA, it would be our district supervisor. So ito po yung ating design. So you have the statement of objectives, similar lang po dun sa ating conduct ng ating ISMEA. So in the presentation po, each school head will present their findings on KPIs and other data from the Consolidated Teachers M&E report and school and community data gathering template. Then discussions of the presentation. So there can be question and answer part during the presentation, just to, of course, provide clarity. Kung halimbawa may mga areas po na kailangan i-clarify, kailangan na i-validate, then there will be questions that will be posted po. Then the one that the synthesizer will give the summary of the main points made, and then the PSDS will discuss the issues listed and leads the group in coming up with agreements on program adjustments and technical assistance needs. So ito po yung magiging agreement natin. Ito pong agreement natin, of course, will form part of our adjustment that will be submitted para naman po sa susunod na quarter na conduct ng ating DISMEA. Ayan. This will, of course, ito pong ating conduct ng ISMEA and DISMEA will be, of course, that we have our process observer, and then the process observer will use a tool in order for the process observer to know whether the conduct of the DISMEA or the ISMEA is following the standard set by the regional office. So I would like to end my presentation with this. Quality is everybody's responsibility. That's by Deming and Edwards. So ito pong quality, medyo alam ko that we are aiming for this. We are aiming for quality delivery of quality basic education to our learners. So this is not just solely the role of the secretary, or this is not just the responsibility of the regional director, the SDS, or the persons here in the division office, but of course this is everyone's responsibility from the low, yung mga rank and file po natin, lahat po tayo, we have this as our main responsibility, especially so that we are forming, or we are the ones that are molding the future of our students. Kasama po tayo dun sa pag-mold ng kanilang future. So again, quality is everybody's responsibility. That's why let's do M&E. So tayo po, in our different governance levels, we always do M&E, and then of course, M&E is not the enemy, but M&E is something that would help us be better and then improve in our services. So with that, Ma'am Leah, thank you very much, of course, to our participants, to our viewers. I would end my presentation with this slide. Ayan. Thank you very much, Ma'am Leah. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Flora Arsenal, our Senior Education Program Specialist for School Management Monitoring and Evaluation, for that very comprehensive and clear explanation on the standards in this MEA and SMEA, as well as sinali na po ni Ma'am Flora doon ang DMEA, that's for the Division MEA. Ayan. So, we are informed that all of the activities that we do in school will all be counted in the ISMEA as well as in the DISMEA, and all of this will be counted in the DIMEA. Ganyan po yung pattern ng ating pagkuha ng ating monitoring and evaluation. Ibig sabihin, all of our activities conducted in the school will not be put into somewhere else, but all will be counted kasi po lahat po tayo will do the monitoring and evaluation. For instance, in our daily lives, we can monitor ourselves kung meron ba tayong improvement, meron ba tayong nagawa, or based on our plans, all of our plans have been conducted. Yun po yun talaga ang pinaka-meat talaga ng ating ginagawa. And if not, meron tayong CIGPs, and then we do continuous improvement. So yun po yung parang line that we are going to follow in doing MNE. Ayan. So, with that, we'll be sharing to you the awarding of the certificates for our speakers this morning before we proceed to some announcement and other information to be given to us. So, let's start first with, of course, our first speaker this morning. This is a certificate to be given to Dr. Roberto R. Binag Jr. for his outstanding performance as our resource speaker during the division rollout of the contextualized district monitoring evaluation and adjustment, school monitoring evaluation and adjustment in Katami, held on March 14 to 16, 2022 via an online platform, given the 16th day of March 2022 in Davao City, Philippines. Signed, our school's division superintendent, Sir Reynaldo M. Galiana, CESO 5. Ayan. So, congratulations and thank you so much, Dr. Binag, for your time. I know that Dr. Binag is so busy because pilot po sila ng ating face-to-face classes, no? And then marami yatang nagbe-benchmark sa kanilang school, no? Looking into how they implement the face-to-face classes. But despite that, they were able to share, he was able to share his time to us, no? Sharing his expertise on the topic that he had delivered. Ayan. Then let's proceed to, of course, our speaker number 2 for this morning, Ma'am Maria Flora Arsenal, for her outstanding performance as resource speaker during our division rollout of ISMEA, DISMEA, and Katame, held on March 14 to 16, 2022 via an online platform given the 16th day of March 2022, Davao City, Philippines, signed Reynaldo M. Galiana, CESO 5 Schools Division Superintendent. Ayan. So congratulations to all our speakers and thank you so much for your time shared to us. Because of that, yung mga cloud na nasa isip ng ating mga participants as well as our school heads and the MEA and the MEA coordinators in the schools were now being answered, no? And they have seen a light na on the tunnel na medyo hindi pa nila masyadong alam kung anong mga ilalagay or what, or anong mga processes na dapat nilang i-follow. Ayan. So, this morning, we will also have the question and answer. Ma'am Flora, anything that you want to announce?
Yes, Ma'am Lay. I just like to give an advance information lang at kumbaga parang updates, hindi naman siya updates but sabit matawag na to ani saya ka ng follow up or follow
Follow
through with
through. Yes, follow
follow
through.
through with this rollout natin. We will be conducting another capacity building to our identified participants, ating mga PSDS. We're going to have a capacity building workshop on ESMEA, DISMEA, and Kotame as well, kasi alam ko this is medyo pahirapan tayo kasi nga 'di ba we are having this on a Facebook live, and as much as we really want to engage all our participants, all our viewers, medyo mahirap talaga nating i-conduct yung workshop on this. So what we were able to come up with is another capacity building activity for our participants, identified participants. We'll just be issuing a memorandum on this, so that we will really have a hands-on activity, kasi nga naman ito na ano natin we're able to come up with this activity bago pa man tayo naging alert level 1. Kaya kung nalaman lang pala natin that we could have the alert level 1 this March, nagkaroon sana tayo ng face-to-face, and then we could have seen all of our participants live in person, no? So wala naman to siya, so we were just able to conduct this, and yun na nga, we will have a follow through, we'll have a follow up to this. We're going to have um, a capacity building workshop for SMEA, DISMEA, and Kwatame for our identified participants. So dito, atuan na dyan siyang makita ng, or we're going to accomplish all the templates all together. So we're going to have, with the help of course of our division MEA team, we're going to have activities talaga that will hammer more the concepts of SMEA, DISMEA to our participants. Okay, so yun, Ma'am Lea, yung mga ano lang, advanced information lang to our participants, to all our viewers of our FB Live. So ano lang, meron naman na tayong FB group. We will just be kumbaga, sharing with them updates sa ating FB group. So makikita lang din naman natin. And then of course, na-mention naman natin ito since day one. Should they have any questions or any clarifications, they could always address us dun sa ating FB group. We will, the team, not just the two of us here in the division, but of course the team, the people that you have seen since day one until now, lahat po kami, we are all up on our feet to answer all the questions that are being posted in the FB Live. So wag po kayong mahiya, yung ating mga viewers, yung ating mga kasama natin sa field, wag po kayong maghiyang mag-post ng mga questions natin doon. We encourage po your openness, your questions, kasi po lahat naman po ng ginagawa natin, of course, kagaya ng nababanggit namin time and again, this is for the improvement of our services to our clientele, to our learners. So unsaon bagud nato siya ma-improve kung dili ta mangutana, di ba? And then wala naman po talagang masama na magtanong tayo, and then wala naman po din talagang masama kung halimbawa nagkamali tayo ngayon, and then we could really do a follow up and do adjustments and do changes para ma-improve natin yung mga particular na mga ginagawa natin, not just in our work but of course in all aspects of our lives. Ganun po. So it's always anchored on the concept of continuous improvement, kasi wala namang kasing, kagaya na nabanggit ko kahapon, wala po talaga tayong perfect model. So lahat po yan. Pag ganun na po yung mangyayari, hindi na po talaga, baka hindi na po tayo nag-exist sa ganito na plane. Ibang plane na po yung existence natin, di ba? So yun, so feel free to write down or you comment, you write suggestions of course, in the conduct of future activities, which leads me into the Kwame Mamlea that is going to be presented probably by our one of our colleagues. Ayan, sige po. Thank you, thank you.
Yes, and thank you so much, Ma'am Flora. Well taken, no, naman that whatever things that we need to improve are always welcome, and your messages will always be welcome in our Facebook group. Meron lang tayong isang question dito, Ma'am Flora, and I hope that mababalikan natin ito kasi baka hindi lang po nila nakuha talaga yung pag-present ng slide kanina, no? So, sabi dito sa isang viewer natin is, hello po ma'am, may I ask about template 5. What are those downloaded funds? Ano po ang example na ilalagay doon? So, downloaded funds po for template number 5. I think this is on the report.
Download,
Oh, yeah. Parang
oo,
report po ninyo kanina. Sige,
oo,
tingnan natin.
downloaded funds sa school po. Ano ba yung dina-download ng mga funds sa school? SBFP? You have SBFP, um, Ah, wala pang downloaded funds. Nag Eto pong downloaded funds, I believe that our budget officer is issuing a memorandum all the time pag halimbawa pong may mga downloaded funds that are being kumbaga if should there be funds that are being downloaded to the schools, si ating budget officer naman po is always on time to issue a memorandum to this effect. So halimbawa for that particular quarter po, you're able to receive notification that your school has received a downloaded funds, then you can have that in template number 5 po, yung ating downloaded funds. So far, yung mga nakaraang taon, yung mga downloaded funds na nakita namin, since we are also the ones checking the RCA of the school, yung mga downloaded funds natin are yung supplemental COVID-19 ano yata, oo, parang yun. Ay, MOOE pala yun. But anyhow, I stand corrected on that. And then basta ano po tayo, we look at our budget officers issuance on this, kung ano po yung mga downloaded funds na napupunta sa schools natin. Ayan. So there will
Yeah.
be a corresponding memorandum naman po to that effect. Ayan, Ma'am Lea.
Yes. Moreover, the school heads will know what are the downloaded funds being downloaded to every schools kasi
Exactly.
nga may
Mm-mm.
memorandum na matatanggap. So, in this case, sa school setting, alam po ng school head kung ano po yung downloaded funds or kung sino po yung in charge ng ating mga funds sa school. Kasi baka yung principal natin are assigning no somebody else for that financial um I don't know financial downloading of the financial aspect of the school. So malalaman natin kasi nga po it will be on the form of a memorandum. Ayan. So dati-dati nung na may face to face pa tayo at meron pa po tayong mga feeding program, yung pong feeding program natin ay downloaded po yun sa school. Pero as of the moment, wala po tayong feeding kasi po centralized po ang pagdi-distribute ng feeding natin. So, division po yun. Balikan natin yung question ni ma'am kung ano pong ilalagay doon. It will be based on the memorandum downloaded to the school. The school heads will know if the fund is downloaded to your school, no? Kasi meron pong memorandum to that effect na this will be downloaded to your school for any purpose or for whatever purpose it will be, no? It will be having in your school or for what purpose it will serve in your school. Ayan. So yun.
Actually,
Yes.
yes, kung wala namang identified na downloaded funds for the school, then you just wag lang hindi naman na kailangan na may lahat ng templates ma-accomplish, ma-fill in. Kung wala talaga, then kung there's nothing applicable for a particular quarter for that particular template, pwede naman na hindi nila i-accomplish yung template na 'yan. Of course, the accomplishment of the SMEA templates will be spearheaded by our school heads. And the school heads again are the ones knowledgeable, the most qualified person in the school to accomplish all of these templates. Ayan.
Ayan, thank you so much, Ma'am Flora. And thank you so much sa question po na tinanong sa atin ng isang viewer, no? Baka po the same po yung questions din na nasa isip ng ibang mga viewers, then it is already answered po. Next is, tingnan natin kung meron pa mga ibang questions and clarifications. So for some announcements po, while we are preparing for the sharing of our link, no, of the attendance, we will announce that isahin na lang po natin yung closing program natin until the end of the Katame, and that would be on March 21 next week. Kasi po para isahan na lang din po ang pagbibigay namin ng certificates to all of our participants. I believe na kailangan po natin yung certificate natin so that we can have it attached on our respective documents na nangangailangan po ng attachment natin for the certificates. So, today, we just have all the questions and all the questions to be answered, and of course yung pagbibigyan na lang din po natin ng updates on the schedule for next week, so that we will give way na for the preparation of all our participants attending tomorrow na yun, di ba, our Katame, no, rollout for the division dito pa rin po sa FB Live, same time, at saka same platform pa rin po tayo, no? And then we will just would like to request that all of our participants po will have their own laptops kasi po if we will be having our discussion on the sign of the online tool, ganun ganun yung mga gagawa na po tayo ng Kwame forms, ayan, we will be using our gadgets na, our laptops. Hindi po pwedeng sa cellphone kasi mahihirapan po tayo in encoding, especially in the creating of links. Marami kasi pong window ang i-open natin. So mahihirapan tayo. We'll be encouraging everyone to have their laptops with them so that you can journey with us. So when our speakers will be talking about how to make our a link QR codes for our katame, especially in the workshop. We believe that on our matrix, meron tayong workshop for katame, and this will be done through our online, no, our Facebook Live. Yes, Ma'am Flora?
Yes, Ma'am Lay, update lang with regard yung Katame, I would just like to add add to the to add to the discussion ng the Kwatame. We would like to inform or to encourage our participants, our viewers to really be updated dito sa ating FB Lives. Baka magkaroon tayo mamaya ng mga very important announcements with regard the conduct of the training on Katame, kasi baka magkaroon tayo ng mga biglaang changes on the conduct of the training in the Kwatame. As much as we would like to really push through with our activities, may mga certain mga changes lang na kailangan nating i-address, then we will just be informing our participants through our FB group. Yung mga participants din natin, we are encouraging you, kung halimbawa may mga updates po tayo, kindly share it with those na alam ninyo na participants din po for today, for the last 3 days, para well-informed din po sila, okay? So yan naman po ay we're going to have updates as soon as we get the final instruction po here in the division office. Okay, ano lang Ma'am Lay, yun lang po, update lang natin sa kanila.
Yes, thank you so much, Ma'am Flora. So with that, can we have na our attendance link for today? This is our day 3, no? Mamaya-maya po ay isi-share na po ang ating attendance link, and the link will be open for all of our participants, no? And of course, our evaluation link for today, so that you'll be able to give your evaluation to us and our technical working group or looking into the responses. For day 1, announce na lang din po natin that we've got, I think, 400 responses, no? For day 1 until, tingnan natin. So sa day 1, we have 400 responses. And then, of course, yung day 2 natin is yesterday. Our TWG are still looking into the number of the response that we have. Kasi po, bago lang po natin kinlose yung link natin kani-kanina lang, no? I mean, the link was closed at 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I think we have reopened it a little while because meron pa pong iba na nag-request na mag-evaluate po sila dahil po ay wala pong signal yung school nila. Ayan. So before they go to their respective stations, nag-evaluate po yung ibang mga participants. Now, yun po, Mom Flora already have announced that we'll be announcing some of our updates on our Facebook Live if ever meron. O ayan na, lumabas na ang ating attendance link for today. Kindly have the QR scan. Madali po yung mag-scan lang tayo ng QR, then typing all the tiny URL. So, yung mga gadgets po na walang QR scanner, you can just download it from your app, no? Para magkakaroon po tayo ng scanner sa QR, and then we'll be able to scan this QR code. Then we can enter the link in which we'll be able to have our attendance. Ayan. So, bigyan muna natin ng time yung mga participants natin in answering while they answer their attendance, no? Let's have first my attendance link po ba, Ma'am Leia? We are flashing it now on our screen. We have our attendance link displayed on our screen right now. Good morning, everyone watching from Buhangin District. Oh, they are asking na the attendance link. There it is na. kindly have our attendance link. Pwede din po natin i-screenshot yung attendance link, and then we have to share it to our colleagues in our school. Mm-mm. Thank you so much to all our school heads who are here. We still have 3 days more to go for Kwatami. And we did have this only for a half day because po yung schedule po natin ay yun lang po ang allowed tayo to have our training for half day. Because we believe that all of our school are still preparing and still in the continuous improvement, ayan, CI, in the preparation of the limited face-to-face classes. Oo, yung iba are preparing also for the expansion of their limited face-to-face classes. Ayan. Meron din pong kanina asking that if we could have the presentations. Yes, we will have our presentations, no? We can have our presentation. And then we'll be giving you the Google Drive. Kukunin po muna natin lahat ng mga slides from day 1 to day 3. Then we'll be creating our Google Drive for SMEA and this MEA. And because this is day 3, expect that siguro mamayang hapon or tomorrow, we will be having our link na for our Google Drive, no? For all the materials needed for our SMEA, this MEA. Ayan. Okay, so this is our attendance. Announce ko lang po, Ma'am Flora and all others to the TWG that on day 1, we have 442 responses. For day 2, we have 397 responses. So, medyo madami po ang response. And of course, our TWG are summarizing na, no, the responses for day 1 and day 2, and of course filtering other answers of our participants. Pero parang limited lang po yata yung ating pagre-response. We can only have one response. We can only have one response para po sa ating mga link na binigay para po hindi po magdodoble yung mga data na kukunin natin. Ayan. So, let's see. Thank you and congrats. So clear po ang presentation. Ayan. So clear na po daw. And we are so happy to read that because any cloud po na nakiklear natin in terms of giving our inputs to our participant would mean a greater impact in the field. Kung klaro po sa kanilang pagbibigay natin ng instructions, ng mga slides, ng mga inputs, ibig sabihin klaro din po ang pagpapa-implement ng mga participants natin in their respective schools. And of course, we have to also trust and give our full confidence to all our school heads who are here in the implementation of all this, because alam po namin that all of our school heads have their own style of management. Alam po nila and how they are going to have this program projects and activities be done in their respective schools. Iba-iba ang setting ng school, iba-iba ang strength and weaknesses ng school. Pwedeng yung weakness ng isang school ay strength ng isang school, therefore hindi talaga lahat uniform. Sabi nga ni Ma'am Flora, sa table na pinindescent kanina, kung wala po tayong malagay doon, hindi po natin pipilitin na lalagyan talaga. It will always depend on the performance that we have in our respective school. Kung hindi naman natin na-perform, you just put there what are the reasons of the gap. Bakit nagkakaroon ng ganon? Ayan. Thank you so much for your wonderful comments on our Facebook Live. Ayan, still watching. So as far as Sirib, ayan, marami. Ma'am Flora, so, good morning mga kadeped. Ayan. From senior high school within CP Garcia Elementary School, formerly Santa Ana ES Cluster 1. So we have the different cluster. Uy, may pumasok naman sa ating Facebook Live na parang iba ang iba ang icons na ginagamit. And they were asking for the attendance. No, the attendance link was already posted. Ma'am Flor, for one time po, pwede po ba natin i-share ulit yung attendance para makapag-attendance po sila?
Yes, Ma'am Leah, sure na sure. Ayan. Okay?
Sige. Pa-screenshot na lang po tayo. O, mura dyan tanig na maligya sa online. Pa-screenshot na lang po tayo in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ayan po. We have already our attendance link. And let me share na lang din po our evaluation link for this morning. Can we have it? We'll give a few minutes for them to answer their evaluation. Ay, but wait, we still have pala to have our post test, no? Ma'am Flora. Okay. We'll give them a little time for their post test. Dili po little time kung mag-isip ba yan ni sila. 20 minutes for our post test. Let's have our post test and test ourselves kung meron pa bang natitirang cloud doon sa ating mga isipan regarding our conduct of the SMEA, DISMEA in our respective station. Okay? So are we ready for our post test? So let me share our post test. So we'll start at 10:21. We'll be expected to have our answers and casted all our post test at 10:42. Okay. We are so sorry. I think there's a problem with our QR code because our QR code will be leading to the evaluation link, I think. Uh, Kindly have na lang our tiny URL. Stop share ko muna. Pero yung iba po na nakapasok, just hold on with where you are at the moment kung nag-answer na po tayo. But we will be stop sharing so that you can share another QR link for this. And sandali lang ha. The link is okay but the QR code is not, so dali lang tayo ha. Good morning. Instead of the QR code earlier, can we have this link na lang po? Then we'll extend our time limit from 10:41 until 10:45 until 11 o'clock. Thank you. think time is up for our post-test, and I believe that madami-dami na po ang nagcast ng kanilang answers on our link. Yung iba ay nagme-message sa akin that they already have answered and they have seen their scores. No? Um, it's good that you tried to answer the post test, of course, to know kung yung bang mga topics na binigay natin ay have already answered your clouds and your questions regarding our topic, no? From day 1 until day 3. Ayan. So, tapos na tayo sa attendance. We already have our post test. I think attendance was already there. And we have our post test. Ma'am and sir, our attendance for today will be the basis of the certificates generated and will be emailed to you, no? Right after our first batch of training for this this MEA training. Ayan. So I think madami-dami na din po ang nagkaroon ng time to answer our attendance link, and we are hoping that yung iba na hindi po nakapag-answer ng attendance, kindly give them the link earlier, yung sini-screenshot po ninyo, no? Bigay po natin sa mga kasamahan natin na hindi nakapag-attendance kanina, as well as those links for our post-test sa mga gusto pong matest pong um, yung kanilang nalaman at ang kanilang mga questions and clouds ay na-answer po with the help of our speakers this morning. But before that, um, hintayin natin yung link natin for evaluation kasi nga yung kanina, yung QR code are leading to the evaluation for this morning. May babasahin po tayong mga comments and greetings sa ating Facebook Live, no? So, our colleagues from Santa Ana Central Elementary School is watching. Ma'am Gina Besinga Lapinig is watching. Hello from teachers from Santa Ana District. Hello, especially yung Santa Ana Central Elementary School. So I believe that the team is watching, no? Using one only gadget, pero madami po sila ang nakapanood sa kanilang respective stations. Maraming salamat po for being in our live stream today. And of course, we also have teachers from Santa Ana National High School. Hi, Sir Roger Pialago. Good morning to all of the teachers of Santa Ana National High School. No, we know that you are so busy because you are preparing for your face-to-face classes. Pero nandito po kayo sa amin with our Facebook Live. Meron din dito. Need access daw po and permission sa evaluation po ba? Open naman po para sa lahat, but I think you are going to use your DepEd account. Ayan. Ayan. Yeah, thank you so much, Ma'am Flora, daw, for clearly explaining daw the topic. Ayan. So, wala po bang link for evaluation? Ma'am, we'll be having our evaluation link right now. And we are going to announce that our responses for the post test reaches 241. Ayan, ang dami palang nag-answer. Now, it doesn't matter kung na-perfect ba ninyo or ano, but what's more important is you have seen in there the questions, no, na ay meron pala kaming hindi masyadong klaro. So balikan namin yung topic sa live. Yan ang isang magandang nabibigay ng ating post test. Kasi hindi naman sinabi na kailangan talaga i-perfect talaga yung post test kasi yun namang ating memory ay medyo ano na, 'di ba? Madaming iniisip. So balikan natin yung topic para po ma-clear po yung cloud ng ating mind, para po ma-answer po yung mga questions na hindi natin nasagutan sa post-test. Okay, another announcement is open lang po until 12 noon para sa mga nag-a-answer po ng ating post-test so that you can have your time to answering, especially yung mga mamahihinang signal po. And then we are only encouraging you to use your DepEd email so that we can only filter and we'll only have one account or response per account. Ayan. Ayan. Okay. So, thank you so much for making virtual seminar orderly and productive. God bless you and the brilliant speaker. Maraming salamat po. That is coming from Sir Roderick Gambong. No? Saan na pa na-assign si Sir Roderick ngayon? Okay, and then watching from Santo Niño Elementary School, this is from Tugbook District. Ayan. Okay, so I think Ma'am Flora will give us some announcement regarding our conduct for the Katame, which is scheduled for tomorrow, that's March 17, on Friday, March 18, and the last day on March 21. May announcement po tayo. I want everybody to listen carefully para po bukas, hindi po po tayo ma-mislead ng schedule natin. Ma'am Flora?
Yes, yeah. Yes, Ma'am Leah, thank you very much. So kanina po nagkaroon na ako ng paunang information to our participants na they have to be vigilant with vigilant, no, the term. They have to be very kanang they have to be updated with our Facebook page kasi nga may mga announcement tayong ibibigay. So hindi na lang po natin we're still going to post this in our FB page, but yun na nga, we are going to express this to you today that yung ating pong conduct ng ating training for Kwatame for ano nga ba bukas, Thursday, Friday, and Monday, that's March 17, 18, and 21st. Unfortunately, as much as ayaw namin na i-postpone ito, but we're going to have to postpone po the conduct of the capacity building for Kwatame, the rollout po of our Kwatame, because to give way to our face-to-face activities here in the division office. So once again, we will not be having our online rollout on the Kotame on March 17, 18, and the 21st due to activities here in the division office which will be conducted face to face. Now, we would like to remind our dear participants na ito po, it's not that we're not going to conduct the Kwatame, but we're going to have it on a different day. So, ano lang po tayo, we'll just keep you posted. We're going to issue an advisory to this. And of course, mag-ano na lang po tayo, ready na lang po tayo kasi most likely it's going to be a face-to-face activity for the rollout of the Kwatame. So since ready naman na po ang mga tao to be together, engaged naman na po tayo together. So alert level 1 na din tayo. So it's going to be a face-to-face activity for the conduct of Kwatame rollout in the division office. So yun po yung ating announcement. So once again, to our participants, kung katong mga wala na diri or palihog og inform sa ilaha that we will not be pushing with our schedule tomorrow, the rollout of the quality assurance technical assist monitoring and evaluation or the Kwatame because of activities here in the division office. So baka po merong magtanong bukas sa page natin na ano ang link or ano ang or maghulat sa atong FB Live. Wala po tayong ganun bukas. So we will be focusing on our classes tomorrow for those who already have the implementation of the limited face-to-face, and for those who are printliners ay nag-print pa na module. So balik po lang po tayo sa regular programming natin sa eskwelahan, and then let's just wait. We will just keep you posted po with the date kung kailan tayo magkikita-kita for our Kwatami. Ayun, Ma'am Leia, yung ating mahalagang announcement for our participants. So hopefully na-capture po ito ng lahat, and then again, yung mga wala po dito ngayon or yung mga naano na po ng mga paki-remind na lang din po, paki-share po yung information to those participants na na kasama po natin, lahat po ng mga participants natin for the last 3 days. Ayan. So that is our announcement, Ma'am Leia, for our participants. Thank you po.
Ayan, thank you so much, Ma'am Flora. Malipay na ba mi ani? Ana naman sila. Ma'am, malipay ba mi ani na ugma wala di ay katami training? Kay gipadala ba mi ni Ma'am Leia og laptop? Yes. We will be happy that we will not have our training for Katami tomorrow, but we are more happy on the coming days because we will be having it face to face. O dili na ta mag-online, but we will be having our training on a face to face platform, face to face platform pa, face to face, di ba? So mag face to face na ta, magkita na ta, ato lang mga mata kay dili man pwede makita ang whole face because of the mask, kay ang nagpabili na lang gyud sa atuang tanan kun dili ang atuang mask kana siya. So we are so happy, no, to announce to everyone na yet na move ang atong katami, kabalo ko excited kaayo sila, but then we'll have it face to face, so mas engaging, mas challenging siya because during that time we'll be able to manipulate our gadget and we'll be able to experience at hand, no, ng ating tawag nito, ng ating pag-explore ng Katami rollout natin. Ayan. So, we would also thankful, no, Ma'am Flora, i-announce na lang natin according to the TWG that on the post test, mostly ng mga nakapag-answer po ay perfect. And majority of the responses have reached the passing score. So ibig sabihin, even though that they are just listening on their FB live and they are making some things there in their school, pero minaw sila, it means that they have learned a lot, no, on our 3-day training, and we are going to thank all our speakers for that. Palakpakan po natin ang ating mga speakers because our speakers have prepared their slides very comprehensively, have delivered their slides properly in the manner that all of our participants will understand, no, the language ng SMEA in this MEA towards the context of our teachers and our master teachers, our coordinators, our school heads, our PSDSS in the field. Ayan, maraming salamat po. And of course, the responses na binigay sa atin ng ating mga participants is very overwhelming. Would you imagine that they've also answered our evaluation link and they are by hundreds. So 400, no, 300 ang nag-answer sa evaluation link. So that's a great number, no, for our Facebook live, no. Expected namin na baka gamay lang ang mag-answer kay gamay lang ang nakita namo na nasa live, but then because of the feedback of some participants na nag-share na lang po sila ng isang gadget, nalipay kaayo mi. So we will make true of the cliche that MNE is everybody's responsibility. Tama na gyud to siyang ato ang ginaingon because this is already spread in the field, and we know that everyone, no, who are listening right now will be able to participate and share their knowledge on what the ISMEA is all about. What is ISMEA all about? At least na sila nakutlo bisang gamay, no, didto sa atong gihatag sa ilaha. So at the moment, may 77 teachers who got the perfect score. So ibig sabihin, they had their pre-test and have taken note all of the ideas that they need to remember. And then ngayon, pag answer sa post-test, 77 sila kabook perfect score. We'll be opening the link pa, ma'am, the TWG announced na namin kanina na until 12 noon ang kanilang link. It's 11:13 and yet for all of us, siguro mag-closing program na lang gyud mi kay murag dili naman dayta mag-closing program sa last day nato sa ato ang training because we will be having our face-to-face na in the Katame, no. We'll be flashing here our attendance link, no. Pasok po tayo dito sa ating attendance link so that we can have the access to, diba, our attendance link. Dali lang ha. There you go. This is our evaluation link for today. This is day 3. And kindly have our tama na talaga itong QR code natin for our evaluation. That's our QR code earlier sa post test, pero you will lead to this um evaluation link. Ito po yung evaluation link natin for this morning. I will give you time to answer this. Yung iba, kindly have a screenshot of this so that you will be able to get our link for the uh, day 3 evaluation. You have to remember all of our responses would lead into the generation, the generated certificate coming from our attendance, no? So, ito po yan. Ayan. Okay, kindly have that. And we'll give a time. And then we will have now our closing program. We will push through with our closing program. Tama pala talaga yung schedule natin. Because wala naman pala tayong Katami for tomorrow. We will be waiting for the memorandum of our conduct sa Katami, puhon-puhon, face-to-face na po yan. So let us see on how we'll be able to have our conduct, face-to-face conduct of our Katami training rollout. Salamat. We'll give you a few minutes to have your attendance, 5 minutes. Okay, So I think everybody have already had their attendance via our attendance link. So as promised, no, nakurat man ang tanan no na mag-closing program ta this morning. We are so sorry to announce that, but of course, yun na nga sinabi namin na mas masamot tagkalipay because of the announcement that we will be having it face to face. So that is very exciting training pohon-pohon, and we'll be giving the announcement again. Wala po tayong training bukas for Katame until sa Monday, no? So wala tayong nakikita dito sa ating Facebook group na live kasi wala po tayong Katame. Our Katame will be conducted face-to-face. Kanusa, we will be posting our updates here on our Facebook page. Ayan. So this morning, because we'll be closing our program na for this morning. We already have our attendance, our evaluation link, our post-test. This morning, we'll be hearing a message coming from our education program supervisor of the SGOD in the person of Dr. Maria Luz Tan. Ma'am Luz?
So, a pleasant morning to everyone, to all our SBM advocates and implementers. Maayong buntag sa tanan. Okay, so we are so happy and lucky that we have started already cascading our standard ISMEA or process is of doing the ISMEA. I know that everybody are already familiar when or with on when or how to use the ESMEA, right? Especially those who have experienced already the validation. Alam natin kung kailan gagamitin. Principle 1.1, we do conduct the regular review of our implementation in our SBM, all of those programs, projects that we do implement in the schools, there is a need for us to conduct the school monitoring at the same time, analyze, do the evaluation, and then if found out that there is still a need for it to be enhanced for the CI, no, then we will come up with an adjustment. Yun na, nabuo na ang ISMEA natin. We have the school monitoring, then we have evaluation and the adjustment. For short, that is our ISMEA. So in everything that we do in the school, we always come up with the monitoring for us to know if our implementation are actually the ones we are after of, or actually yielding or giving us the information or the data or the result that we are after of, especially on the learning outcomes of our learners. But of course, we are not only focused solely on our learners because though they are the center of our universe, but then teachers, the human resource are also important. So there is also a need for us to monitor all of these things. Okay? So, financial, physical, lahat ng mga ito ay pwede na nating tutukan kasi alam na natin kung paano ma-monitor sila. And with the given tools also and templates that we have, so dili na tama problema. And I hope that for the few days that we've been talking about ESMEA, mayroon na talaga tayong ideya, no? On how this ISMEA becomes an important tool or helper in our SBM implementation. So with that, happy implementation of SBM and all the programs that we have to implement, conduct, review by monitoring, then evaluation, then adjustment. If there's no need for it to be adjusted, then go on. Do the planning again for the other intervention that which the school think na necessary na naman. Kasi ito ang nagiging next priority sa plan natin. That is why you or us, no? Diba? If you can still remember na during our the last orientation that we have, that the SIP and the AIP that will be submitted comes April, kailangan coupled with the performance, ano nga yun, Flora, yung form, tawag nun, report form, monitoring, report, PRN, biglang nag-mental block. Okay. So, okay. So, yung report na nasa sa Annex 10, nakasunod ng Annex 10 natin sa the progress monitoring report. It is actually a consolidation of all the 4 SMEAs that can be or that will be conducted by the school every school year kasi quarterly man tayo mag-SMEA, right? So, isang report na gagawin before you submit your plan for the current year. Ngayong SIP natin, samahan mo siya ng AIP, isali mo pa ang ang progress report form na makikita natin sa ating DepEd Order 44 Series of 2015, yung ganing blue book, the guide on how to prepare the school plan or the SIP. And doon po yung template na yan doon. And also the SRC. So I hope that the submission, kompleto siya ngayon. Hindi lang mag-submit ng report form na walang laman. No? So dapat hindi blanco ang report form or progress report form na ipapasa natin ngayon. No? May laman siya. What transpired for the whole year? Kung ano ang naganap sa inyong implementasyon. Of course, iba-ibang context. Again, remember na hindi ito kompetisyon, kanya-kanya ang implementasyon, and always remember also that every day is SBM Day. Okay. Yun po ang nagiging mantra natin, no? That every day is SBM Day. Good morning once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Lustan. So, nadagdagan po ang ating mga taglines, no, as we are going to finish our training, no. So, SBM, make every day is an SBM day. Ayan. Kasi lahat po ng ating ginagawa, itong ISMEA, DISMEA, all of this will redound onto the school-based management. Yan ang pinaka-umbrella na lahat ng ginagawa natin dito. So, and all of this will go into the quality education that we will be giving to our students. So, pinakapila na dyan na siya ginabalik-balik because that is our existence in the Department of Education. Sometimes we might forget sa dami ng ating gawain, pero we have to make it sure that what we are doing will redound to our quality education for all our learners, which is our future leaders. Ayan. So, meron pa ba tayong mga announcement, Ma'am Flora, before we're going to end with our live this morning?
So far, we have already informed our participants, our colleagues na with regard the schedule, and then with of course the strong words being spoken by Ma'am Luz na naiwan sa atin yon. Alam ko that our participants are able to absorb a lot of things. So Ma'am Lay, they are already na siguro. They are already not siguro, but they are really ready to implement this in their school. So ano na lang po talaga, wag po tayong matakot na i-implement ito sa schools. Of course, yun na nga na-mention namin, we're going to issue a memorandum on to this effect. So, pwede na po natin i-implement sa school. And then, kung halimbawa man po may mga sa Bisepan, kung may mga sipyat, sige lang, okay ra na sipyat. That's good. That's part of life. So, yun, you're all equipped. Ang kulang na lang po talaga sa atin is workshop. Ang kulang na lang sa atin is to really have a feel of how to accomplish all the templates, and then you're all good to go. So systems go na po tayo when we talk about SMEA and DISMEA in the schools and in the district offices. Ayan. So 2022 is a year of is a promising year, and this is of course coupled with our implementation or institutionalization of the SMEA and DISMEA in the field. Ayan, Ma'am Leia. So we are all very proud of our participants, no? So thank you so much for being with us for the last 3 days. Ayan.
Well, thank you so much, Ma'am Flora Arsenal, our Senior Education Program Specialist for SMME. Before we'll end our live this morning, we would like to thank our Division MEA core group, no? So we have to thank our TWG, our speakers on this manner. We'll have first Ma'am Rosemary Rialino of F. Bustamante Central Elementary School, Tibungco District. We have Ma'am Michelle Sardido, Magallanes Elementary School, Davao Central District. Ma'am Dea Love Arlan, Cesario Villa Abrilia Elementary School, Davao Central District. Ma'am Maria Divina Gracia Dergantes of San Juan Elementary School, San Roque District. Ma'am Annalisa Sarabia Daniel M. Perez Central Elementary School of Bunawan District. Sir Edwin Alcoseba of Buhangin Central Elementary School, Buhangin District. Ma'am Edna Perales of Maa Central Elementary School, Maa District. Ma'am Delia Balna, Santa Ana Central Elementary School, Santa Ana District. Ma'am Jeanette Navarro of Panipasan ES Marilug A. Sir Michael Tumilap of Santa Ana National High School, Senior High School, Cluster 1. Sir Chito Napitan of Drans, Daniel R. Aguinaldo National High School, Cluster 2. Sir Glenn Villones of F. Bangoy National High School for Cluster 3. Sir Romano Sudario Jr., Bernardo Carpio National High School, Cluster 3. Ma'am Amelia A. Velarde of Don Enrique Bustamante National High School, Cluster 5. Sir Jerry Papa of Doña Carmen National High School of Cluster 5. Sir Ma'am Charity Tangla of Santo Niño National High School, Cluster 6. Ma'am Devlin Rodriguez, Kalina National High School, Cluster 7. Ma'am Marietta Gaer of Matina Central Elementary School, Matina District. Sir Jasper Ray Mancio, San Juan Elementary School, San Roque District. Sir Roberto Arbina G. Tajo National High School of Cluster 3. Ma'am Helen Reyno of Santa Ana National High School, Senior High School, Cluster 1. Ma'am Janeth Musa of Catalunan Pequeño National High School, Senior High School, Cluster 2. Of course, our ever supportive public schools district supervisors who are with us not only physically but of course spiritually, and they have given us all their best effort to support us in our conduct of this activity. Sir Johnny Perolino of Talomo District, Ma'am Alma Tacon of Tugbok District, Ma'am Jean Fe Colango of Marilug A, Ma'am Rosalinda Cabig of Marilug B, Sir Armando Morales of Cluster 8B, Sir Junito Galan of Cluster 6, Sir Fortunato Sagaina of Cluster 7, and of course, our division focal person for the DMEA, ISMEA, and Katame, Ma'am Maria Flora C. Arsenal, and yours truly, Leia C. Saavedra, your Education Program Specialist 2 for SMME, and as well as your Katame focal person here in the division office. With that, no, with our schools division superintendent, Sir Reynaldo Galiana, our ASDS, Ma'am Marilyn De Duyo, and Ma'am Jinky Ferman, our SGOD chief, Ma'am Teresita Del Valle, and our CID chief, Ma'am Alma Cifra. We would like to thank everyone who have participated in our YouTube and our Facebook Live, and of course, of the support of our school head and PSDSS in the field. We know that you're so busy, but you have still the scheme to watch and learn via our Facebook Live and our SMEA, DESMEA roll out in our division office. And of course, we would like to thank our MIS, headed by Sir Gilbert Banluta and Sir Patrick Dalangin, and all the MIS group, and of course, our regional focal for SMEA and DMEA and DISMEA, Dr. Brenda S. Bilonio, who are with us from day one until our closing program. Nandito si Ma'am Brenda. She is just watching on our Facebook Live. Kung wala siya dito sa ating call sa Facebook Live, siya nanonood at tumitingin sa lahat ng ating mga activities. We thank you for that. So, wala na ba tayong nakalimutan, no? our SGOD group here in our office, no, for their full cooperation in the conduct of our Facebook Live. So with that, thank you so much. I know that it's 11:35 and all of us are meron ng gutom sa tiyan. So I think we'll have our great lunch. Happy lunch everyone. Keep safe everyone. Maraming salamat po. Always remember, sulong tayong lahat para sa edukalidad. Good morning everyone.